Coming up on Valley News Now, weather. The top of our minds for right now, the interstate closed from Grand Forks to the Canadian border. Our First Alert Storm Team is going to join us for the very latest for what we can expect the rest of the day and into the weekend as well. The man accused of killing and dismembering Isadora Wangle, he has a new trial date set. We have all the details on that coming up. And speaking of trials, the Leo Darto trial continuing. As a matter of fact, it's about to reach its conclusion. We have all of those details coming up. Valley News Now is live. All right, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome into your Valley News Now digital update. I'm Devin Fry, bringing you the very latest on what we're working on today in the Valley News Live newsroom and beyond. A lot of these stories being continuing coverage, in particular the Leo Darto murder trial. We're going to get to those details momentarily, but the big topic on everybody's mind right now is coming from the weather department. As a matter of fact, I'm going to pull up some road maps right now. Sorry, folks, I should have been a little bit more prepared for that one, but you're going to have to deal with me for a second. It's a live stream. Pulling up the road maps right now, and looking outside in our immediate viewing area here in the Fargo, Moorhead, West Fargo Metro, beautiful conditions out there. Elsewhere, it's not so great. As a matter of fact, let's take a look at the Dakota Magic Casino Skycam that our First Alert weather team has pulled up right now. Looks great. Looks fine, not a problem. And then we go into some other areas of our viewing area. This is a look at the Northern Valley right now. Now, like I mentioned in the headline package to start this, the I-29 closed from Grand Forks up to the Canadian border. Officials calling it life-threatening conditions out there. We have some video I'll throw to in just a second showing what they mean by that. But as you can see, if we head a little bit west out there too, some scattered snow drifts as well, but this area, Grand Forks up through Grafton, all the way up to the Canadian border, no travel advised, and the interstate is closed. So that's going to be the biggest thing to be aware of as we move throughout the day. Let's hear from our First Alert Storm Team now. First Alert Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Russ Thomas set to join us for more information on this weather system that we're experiencing today and going through the weekend as well. Stay tuned.
Hello and happy Friday afternoon. This is First Alert Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Russ Thomas. It has been a very active day as promised. A strong cold front moving through the region at this time. We're seeing warnings. We are seeing advisories. We have a high wind warning in effect until 7 p.m. for northern portions of the region. We've even seen a snow squall warning. In addition to all that, we have a winter weather advisory and a wind advisory until 7 p.m. this evening. Once the front passes through, winds will settle down, but very cold air being forced into the region thanks to those winds. So we're going to see overnight lows in the single digits to below zero across much of the region, with high temperatures only in the single digits to lower teens on Saturday. Now, we will see a pretty rapid warm up, especially as we get into your Monday and next week. We're going to see high temperatures back in the 30s and 40s. There are chances for precipitation that comes later in the week, or at least the best chance comes later in the week. So bundle up if you're heading out this evening. Again, winds will settle down, but our cold air, that's going to be here through the weekend.
Thank you for that, Russ. And what better example than the wind being brutal than it blowing out his microphone during that segment. We do want to show you kind of what some areas of our viewing area are dealing with right now. This was sent to us by the Walsh County Sheriff's Office. The interstate, or there's roadways somewhere in that image. This is obviously a vehicle that had to pull over here. But then look, if you look real closely, there is a road in this image. So horrible visibility. That's the biggest factor in the northern parts of our viewing area right now. Make sure you have your Valley News Live weather app handy. We're going to have you covered through this weekend. We're going to check in on those road conditions before we get out of this show as well, so be sure to stay tuned. Hey, speaking of the weather, it's never too early to start looking ahead to spring, but this may not be the news we want to hear for this. The National Weather Service raising a flood risk for the Red River Valley this spring. In its latest outlook, the National Weather Service says minor to moderate flooding is now expected, with the risk of moderate or higher flooding running slightly above historical average in parts of the basin. I'm going to pull up this image right now. This is from the National Weather Service. A little bit tougher to make out, but you can see the red marks, the moderate risk in down here by Fargo, as well as part of our northern areas of our viewing area. Warm stretch in mid-February. It caused some snow melt that refroze in the soil. Snowfall in the northern half of the basin. It's been 100 to 150% of normal. At a 50% probability, the Red River at Fargo is forecast to crest at 25.1 feet this spring. National Weather Service says the timing of the melt will be critical. A gradual melt would be ideal in that situation. So fingers crossed for that. The next updated outlook is scheduled for March 12th, so stay tuned here and we'll continue to follow that as that forecast continues to develop. Now let's get into some of the headlines that we've had here in the Valley News Live newsroom today. It's going to start at the Cass County Courthouse. The Leo Darto murder trial, it is nearing its conclusion in Cass County District Court. Now, we have been covering this case overall since it happened years ago now, and we've also been covering the trial since it started earlier this week. Closing arguments got underway around 2 o'clock this afternoon. The case is now in the hands of the jury. On Thursday, the victim's girlfriend took the stand along with a man who says he watched Darto pull the trigger, shooting and killing Samson Blay in 2024. The girlfriend addressed the rumors prosecutors say sparked the revenge killing, telling the jury she was never pregnant with Darto's child. We're going to bring you the verdict as soon as the jury reaches one. Bobby Fallett's at the courthouse right now. The jury is deliberating. We, of course, don't know how long that's going to take. Right now, if I believe the cutoff is 5 p.m., I believe. If they don't reach a verdict today, then this will continue into Monday. So make sure to stay tuned. We're going to follow this case all the way through its finale. Speaking of trials here, a Horace man charged in the shooting death of his girlfriend has pleaded guilty to all 4 felony has pleaded guilty, very different things. Has pleaded not guilty to all 4 felony counts against him. 21-year-old Derek Lobo entered the pleas Thursday in Cass County Court, facing charges of manslaughter, aggravated assault, reckless endangerment with a firearm, and child neglect. Again, Lobo pleading not guilty to all of those things. We actually have some video from the scene back when this incident first happened. We're going to go ahead and scan through this to make sure that we do have that. Oh, we don't have that video. That's the wrong video. That's on me, folks. Lobo's girlfriend, 23-year-old Sakina Kadi, was found shot in the hallway of a Horace apartment building back in November. Court documents say Lobo's 2-year-old child was left alone in the apartment with the firearm on the floor after the shooting. A felony dispositional conference is now scheduled for March 26th. We'll bring you those updates as they become available. One last trial update for you. This one, a big one, a very noteworthy topic in our area, one that's really dominated the headlines since it's happened, and for good reason. We're nearing the 2-month mark since Isadora Wengel was first reported missing, and the search for her body continues. Valley News Live's Anna Ballweber has the very latest on the case, including a trial date now set for the man charged with her murder and alleged dismemberment.
That's right. We're now nearing the 2-month mark since Isadora Wengel was first reported missing. The last couple of months have been an extensive effort, still trying to find her body. Now, as this case continues, the man charged with her murder, Joshua Height, has an official trial date set. Height was first arrested on February 10th after court documents revealed extensive forensic evidence linking him to her death. According to those documents, Wengel's DNA was a match on multiple items recovered from his apartment. He was arrested for murder, tampering with evidence, and providing false information to law enforcement. With those charges filed, investigators are still looking for one piece of crucial evidence. Fargo police say their primary focus is still locating this missing 27-gallon black storage tote, which they believe is connected to Wengel's disappearance. 2 community searches have also happened, spanning from Fargo to Otter Tail County, but neither search found Wengel's body or the black tote. Now, a website has since been created dedicated to Isadora. It contains lists of her favorite things, photos of her, and even a memory wall where community members can write messages remembering the 25-year-old. Now, Height's defense attorneys already filed and were granted a change of judge in the trial, replacing Connie Cleveland with Judge Stephen McCullough. Height will appear back in court in a couple of weeks on March 31st. He's set for a pre-trial conference on May 11th before that official trial date of May 13th.
Since the disappearance of Isadora Wengel, we've had multiple GoFundMe fundraisers pop up, and a lot of you have been asking, how do you know if it's legitimate? All of those answers coming up tonight at 6, only on Valley News Live.
Be sure to stay tuned, folks. A lot of interesting information coming as we continue the coverage of this frankly disturbing incident. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the road conditions like I promised before we get out of here for the afternoon and get ready to enjoy our weekend, question mark. The weather team making it sound like it's not going to be very enjoyable, but dang it, I'm going to have fun. Let's go ahead and pull up this road map once again. Again, this is from the North Dakota DOT. We got some candy cane situations out here, folks. Never fun. Up by Grand Forks, no travel advised all the way west to Devil's Lake and all the way up to the Canadian border. As a matter of fact, the interstate shut down from Grand Forks up through the Canadian border. Thankfully, this does seem to be a fairly contained weather system. The winds are the biggest issue, creating horrible visibility. We're going to pull up the Walsh County video that got sent to us one more time, just because I find it a very good visual of what those in our northern areas of our viewing area are dealing with. There's a road somewhere in there, folks. Behind all of that snow, as you can see, some vehicles having to pull over. I've driven in those kind of conditions. Not great. If you don't have to go, please stay home. For those of you in the northern parts of our viewing area, obviously, if you're going to try to take the interstate, you don't necessarily have a choice, but if you're going on any other roadway, just be sure to be as cautious as possible. Now, this weather system expecting to continue through the weekend, like Russ Thomas told us at the beginning of the show. Make sure you have your Valley News Live weather app handy, your news app handy as well, and be sure to follow our social media channels as well. Our weekend team does an incredible job keeping you informed, and they are going to keep doing that through the weekend. Thank you all so much for joining us for this Valley News Now digital update. Hope you have a great weekend no matter what your plans are. Hopefully you stay warm. Hopefully you stay safe out there. For your Valley News Now digital update, I'm Devin Fry.